Hey guys, Todd the cheap drums guy again, down here in his basement. Sorry about the strange angle. Cheap camera, can't do much with it, and my wife's upstairs not feeling very good, so I can't hear her hold the camera as I'm doing all this. But a long time ago when I bought my two electronic drum sets, I was supposed to give a little video or something showing or letting you guys hear what it sounds like. This is the Lyxjam EDM800. You can get it for like $379 on Amazon. It's not a bad little kit, and it's got 20 kits that are already built into it, like session and studio and jazz and Latin and percussion, all that crap. Most of which I don't use because a lot of them are real funky sounds, but some of them do sound alright. And it's also got a spot in there where it's got 20 places where you can create your own kit. Like take the snare off the jazz kit, you like that, or take the toms off the vintage settings on here, which is kind of a nice little thing, which I ended up doing. But since breaking both of these drum sets apart, I really haven't delved back into re-zoning all these sounds and what they should sound like. So my rims are probably all messed up with different sounds. But each one of the drum heads on here, there's 3 tom pads. They're all dual zoned, and the snare is also dual zoned, and it's a 10-inch pad, whereas most drums are usually 8-inch. The snare is a 10-inch. The 2 cymbals, one presently on the kit is a ride and the other one's a crash. Both cymbals are chokeable, and I'll give you an example of that. This is the crash. They're chokeable, so I usually have my ride set as another crash. The choking feature does work on the ride, but why do you choke a ride? But I'll go over real quick a couple of the sounds, a couple of the kits. I'll start off with studio. I'm also going to use the cheap sticks that came with this kit. I give these to my granddaughter. She uses them on her Elisa's Turbo Mesh. But these came with it, so I might as well utilize it. Other than that, the hi-hat has one of them regular acoustic pedal or pedals that you'd find on electronic drums. But the bass drum, it's actually almost like hitting a bass drum. I mean, it's a vertical bass drum, and you have an actual kick beater like on an acoustic set. And as a matter of fact, I've used, when I first got my acoustic set before my hardware showed up, I used this bass drum pedal for my acoustics. I mean, it's dual chain, it's quite legit and actually works pretty good. But let me give you just a run by on some of the sounds. Again, I'm sorry about the camera angle and the way this video is shot, but I got to do what I got to do with what I have when I have it. So let me give you a quick rundown. Hi-hat, chick. This is the studio kit. Chick. Alright, bass drum. Now if you listen, since I tighten up the heads on these, which you can do on electronic drums, you can get them super tight where you can pick up those little nuances, the little ghost notes. Quite a sensitive little pad. Alright, that was studio. It's rock. metal. I don't know if this is really metal or not, but don't really sound very metally to me. 90s. Latin, I don't even want to go there. Fiesta, jungle, percussion. Those are the, you get into the weird stuff. Session. Now that, my 14-inch snare actually up on my acoustic kit sounds like that. That doesn't sound too bad. Chiptune, trance, loop, trap, techno. What the hell? I don't even know what the hell to do with this. Alright. Brush, pop. Vintage. This one wasn't too bad. That's vintage. Then it goes jazz 2, and then into the user kit series. So let me grab the camera real quick and give you a little bit more close-ups of the drum set. Again, sorry about the camera angle and the movement around. Like with most electronic drums, this is the type of foot pedal you're going to get with your hi-hat. Sorry about all the chords and whatnot. Like I said, I'm not really, I can do what I want down here, and that includes not really doing much, so including cleaning up. But here's a real quick close-up of the module for that. There's quite a, it was a little intimidating at first because there's quite a bit to it, but most of it is like with these are just the lights that show up, and you can get right to it if you're going to change it. But generally, when you go to change, you go to edit, and then you have to hit the pad that you want to change, and it'll come up as that pad. And then with this button or these, you can change it to whatever sound you want, because if you don't want your snare to sound like a snare, you don't have to. Okay, now let me give you a quick show of this pedal. This thing, I think it's one of the, oh, and there's the, that's the bass drum. And it's actually big enough that you could actually get a double pedal for it. It's a nice solid rubber, and it's pretty decent. But speaking of kicks, here is the pedal for the Lyxjam EDM800. Basic standard felt beater, average one you see on a lot of drum sets. But this is kind of nice. You need dual chain, and it's quite heavy duty, except it doesn't have the regular solid base plate. It just has those weird support brackets on it. But this is a really decent quality pedal. I mean, to get with an inexpensive drum set, it is what it is, you know. But and if you're using in a backup, if my really good D drum pedal craps out on me, I can in a pinch throw that one in there. And I haven't had an issue with it. Actually, this pedal, I think I can adjust this one. I've adjusted this one, and I like this one in a way better than the actual D drum one for my drum set up there. It's not a bad little kit, and it's adaptable, and with the settings on the module and all the hookups on it, you can add in extra drums to it. There are 2 spots for extra pads and extra cymbals, or extra pad and cymbal, singular, not plural. However,
if you notice my other videos, I had that complete drum set, which is an Alesis Turbo Mesh. I also had that one completely hooked up to the EDM800, and it worked just fine. Matter of fact, it worked flawlessly. But holy crap, was there wires everywhere. But yeah, that's the Lyxjam EDM800 in a nutshell. Again, I got it off Amazon for $3.79, I believe it was, and haven't had an issue with it or a problem. And since I've tuned up the heads, well, on the snare right there especially, you can pick up ghost notes, and I mean, you can add your little accents in. I mean, I was just screwing around with some kids' drumsticks, and I almost let it go a couple times. But it's a nice little kit, and I'm glad I got it. And if I had to do it again, I would. And the turbo, well, no, I mean, I don't have it. I have to move the cords around to let you hear that. But there's 100 different videos on the Alesis Turbo Mesh, so I'm not even going to bother playing it. But that one over the new Simmons DA2108 drum amp, that one does sound actually pretty good. For an electronic drum set, it sounds much better on that than it does with the headphones. But yeah, just wanted to give you a quick video. I promised the sounds for this a long time ago and never delivered. Well, here I am, better late than never. So anyways, thanks for watching, the few of you that do. I'm Todd, the Cheap Drums Guy, coming to you live from beautiful northern Michigan. You guys have a good day.